Hello and welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your host, the guy with the biggest dunce cap sitting in the corner, aka Davros's toilet cleaner. Um, oh boy, we're back on the Dalek. It's so cool. It's so big. I already wore it. That joke is over. Links below to Hachette to get a Dalek. You should get a Dalek. Everyone needs a Dalek. Who doesn't need a Dalek in their house? Absolutely. Required. We got stages 11 to 14, and we've got our toolkit. And I've never seen this come with a part work before. Let's see what's here. We got, oh, look at this. A flathead screwdriver of all things. Let's see, we have tweezers, we have a hobby knife. They're sending deadly instruments of destruction. And blades. Oh my god, I'm already all sliced up. We got a couple of metal files, a pair of nippers, like flush cut nippers, and a pair of needle nose pliers. Okie dokie then. Well, you know, if you've watched this channel long enough, you know I'm a bit of a tool snob and a screwdriver aficionado, and I'm not going to throw this in the trash because it's actually a nice little set. If someone wants my Dalek tool set, hey, if you're in the U.S., let me know. You can have it. I'll throw in a couple stickers, of course. Shoot an email. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. We've got our always handy Mike Lane Test Circuit Pro and our Vera screwdrivers from Mike Lane. These things are awesome. I kind of retired my Vera screwdrivers. Which I still love these things. These are great screwdrivers, but I really do like these better. These are really nice. I asked my wife for some screwdrivers from Australia for my birthday. I collect screwdrivers from around the world. Surprise, surprise. And she said, no. And I said, why? They're not expensive. She goes, it's $40 shipping. I'm like, shipping's not free. I don't know, especially not from Australia. Where's my knife? There it is. You know, I could have used one of these. It's in the toolkit. There we go. You can cut open your packages with that hobby blade. I think this is pack 11, right? This is kit 11. These paper bags and cardboard. No plastic. No turtle death. I'm all for that. I like turtles. Turtles are adorable, aren't they? Cardboard in the garbage. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. Got a plastic housing of some form there. I believe that's the motor housing to control the bounciness. Let's see here. Let's see. There it is. There's the motor. That's a really interesting little gearbox on there. Little gear reduction, which basically reduces RPM and increases torque as well. So it's like a 2-for-1 special. Makes things move slower, but also gives this tiny little motor a bit more oomph to move things around. We got a couple baggies of AP screws, which, why don't they just put them in one? I don't know, but there we go. Either way, yeah, very little waste. All the packaging so far, for the most part, fully recyclable. That's kind of nice. I think recycling is a good thing, but I don't think the U.S. actually does it the right way. I don't think half the stuff we put out in recycling actually gets recycled, but we're going to take our giant dome and we are going to flip her upside down. I didn't tape, I tried to tape down a wire, but it didn't hold very well. Sorry if my horse is a little my throat is a little hoarse. Apologize for the pony noises. But yeah, I was in New York and New Jersey visiting family. We went to a wedding for one of my wife's cousins. So lots of talking for the last number of days. And my voice is shot. So we're going to take it like this. Here we go. Come on, focus. this direction with a little round thing facing the eye stalk. We're going to drop it down here. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 AP screws in to hold that down, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, the screws are in. Time to test the motor. So to test the motor, the way they tell you is use this little jumper cable that comes. Come on, focus. There we go. This little jumper cable. Plug the small end into there. Take your battery pack. Plug the big end into there. And then let's turn on the switch box. And there she goes. Perfect. Another way to test your motor is to use your Mike Lane test circuit. So we've got this right here, and we'll plug that in there. And I actually want, so you want the black wire on the top, and you want this arm kind of on the other side here. So we'll just hold that little button down. There we go. And so yeah, that works great. Really, gotta have one of these things. It's very convenient. It's because you could just keep it on your bench and test basically everything. But yeah, there's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slink this in here. I don't know, they just do everything in the instructions with tweezers because they don't want to show somebody's mealy hands, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to get this into the... There's a slot in there, right in here, and you want to get that into the slot and then get the motor down into the box there. We're going to take this part of the box, focus, get the little round area, that's going to go over here, and then 4 more AP screws to hold that down. Be right back. Alrighty, well, we got those 4 screws in, and now our eye stalk is nice and stable, and we're going to plug her in and test it again. Oop. It only goes one way. Okay, well, it's all down, but it works. It does. It works just peachy keen. I'll have to reverse the polarity to get it back up a little higher because I don't want it really resting down in the fully lowered position, but that's cool. So we got that. I wonder if there's a limit switch involved in this build at some point. Yeah, it looks like there's some holes here. Probably end up with a limit switch. I'm guessing some kind of limit switch probably will go in there. Now that that's done, that's it for pack 11. Let's go ahead and get our pack 12. Is this 12? 12. Sorry, kit 12. Pack, kit, stage. Man, I'm all over the place. It's not easy being sleazy. Let's see here. Going past a bunch of the editorial content that's in the instruction manuals, which is quite nice actually, especially for the hardcore Doctor Who fans. Like I said, I'm kind of a casual Doctor Who fan. I was a big David Tennant fan, and I watched quite a bit of him when I was a kid on a Sci-Fi Channel. But man, I love me a good Dalek. Let's see here. Okay, more paper packaging. Let's see what we got here. Got a big plasticky brackety thing. Got a small plasticky brackety thing. And in the garbage you go. And we've, ooh, look at that. We got a little circuity board. Look at that, nice. And a few more AP screws to add to the collection of AP screws. There we go. I'll just throw you there. Very nice. Ah, the throat clearing has begun. Sorry, everybody. Alrighty. So we're going to flip this fella back over. And the circuit board has 2 holes in it, here and here. And there's 2 pins here and here, 2 pegs. And we're going to get her screwed down with some AP screws. Ooh, little wibbly wobbly. Ooh, don't push. I'd say to support your circuit board when you're plugging connectors in so you don't accidentally snappy, cracky. Let me get those 2 AP screws in. I'll be right back. Okay, so our 2 screws are in. Focus. Whatever, close enough. We're going to start plugging some wires into this circuit board, and we are going to start with the 4-pin cable from the eye stalk with the LCD screen, and we're going to put that into this port right. Yeah. Okay. Hold your board while you're doing this. And then apparently we're supposed to put this one. Nope. We're going to take the motor for the eye stalk lifting lowering mechanism, and that is going to go in here in this second port. Okay. Then we're going to take the wire from this and we're going to put that in the, I'm leaning over the bench here a little bit. Let me not get my giant head in the way. We're trying to do this, yeah, it's, for filming is not as easy. And then this cable from here will go in the 4th position there. Now this is clearly just the circuit board for the head. There's a lot more stuff going on in this model. So we got all our cables plugged in there. And that is it for 12. Let's get 13 out. Let me zoom back out. And I was just propping the little thing up on that just to get a better angle on the dangle for the lights and the camera mostly. I mean, that's really it. Let's get out pack 13 here. Kit 13, Ian. Kit 13. Oh, our friends, the AP screws. You're back for more. There we go. Let's get this little thrown out. Let's tear this open. What do we got? Oh, we've got a cog, a gear. Very good. Probably a, I'm just guessing at things. Head rotation, I think. Seen some posts. Let's see what we got here. Oh, another gear reduced motor. Lower the speed, increase the torquiness. And there we go. So you get better twisting force out of these itty bitty little motors. What are we doing now? Let's yeah. We're gonna shovel this in here. Let's see here. So we're gonna take it with the flat side facing us, and we're gonna put the motor in with the black wire to the right. Shove her down there. Be careful with your wires. You don't wanna snap them off. If you do, they can be soldered back on. If you don't have a soldering iron, call a friend. Someone has one. Otherwise, I mean, you could contact customer service, and obviously they will happily send you a replacement part if needed. And then we're going to take our little bracket with the studs facing down. We're going to shove a little wire through there. Put her on those 2 posts. That will secure the motor in place. And we're going to put 2 AP screws in there. And I will be back in the shake of a mental patient's head. 1 second, please. Alrighty, well, that's screwed down and our gear shaft is sticking out and is D-shaped. And we're gonna put these gears on here. Well, just this gear, 1 gear, that's all. We're gonna double check that it is operable by hooking our test circuit back up. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use this moving forward instead of the battery pack. It's right here. And perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Power off our test circuit. Disconnect our little motor. Put that to the side for safekeeping. Get my Crazy ex-girlfriend glues out of the way. Time for stage 14. Now I have pre-sliced my box, my package here. I sliced my box, oh my God. Oh look, something new. Oh my God, these things are glued down in there. CP screws. ICP. And we're gonna take out our little metal plate. So now there is some conjecture of how to mount the plate, if you have a good plate or a bad plate. Okay, so what you want with your plate is you want 5 holes here. I see 5 holes! And you want 3 holes like that right there. And that means you have a good plate. Good plate. If you don't have that, then you've got a problem. So now, the instructions are slightly ambiguous and kind of backwards and wrong on this one. If we're looking, so we've got Kevin Kilford on Facebook on the group going, you want the plate in this orientation with the motor on the top side. We're going to take the gear off, I think. Are we? Or not? Oh, do I have the motor back? I have the gear upside down. But yeah, you want it like this. Okay, so basically the majority of your laser cuts to the right of the center line with the motor on top. Let me pull my gear off of here. Son of an uncle piss bucket. These gear teeth are kinda, ow! They're pokey. There we go. All right. So we're gonna put the gear that way and get her on there. Come on, get, you pesky little bastard. Well, it wouldn't be a proper pit stain video without me possibly injuring myself. There we go. We want that there so that we could then rest this down here like so. And then we're going to put in 4 flanged CP screws to hold that unit in place. And I will be back in just a sec. Okay, so our screws are in. And you want to make sure once your gear is in, you come down the center line here. And this notch are on the right side. Okay? That's very, very critical. Thank you, Kevin, for posting that in the Dalek Builders group. Much appreciated. That was very helpful. So yeah, Kev did good. Kev did good. And now we're done. That's it. So in the next pack, we'll probably be bolting this fella into the head somewhere here, I'm assuming. Something. I don't know. Somewhere. Oh, there's like, yeah, see, there's definitely clearance slot. There we go. There's clearance slots here. So you want to make sure, like, your motor will be at the back, because if this thing was backwards and you tried to put it in, your motor would be over here. And that I don't think that's right. Yeah, you want the motor in the head. Yeah, not on top of yeah, you want it. Yeah. So that's the way she's gonna go. It's a very precisely laser cut piece of metal. See, again, make sure you have all of your holes where you need them. Honestly, I mean, if you only have 3 holes instead of 4, the problem is, I mean, you could drill it yourself, I guess. That's fairly easy to drill. These, the D-shaped ones, not so easy. So yeah, make sure you have all your proper holes. If you don't, contact customer service and get a replacement stage 14. I saw 1 or 2 pictures where some people were missing their holes. I can't miss any of my holes. I need all of my holes. All the holes in my head and all the holes down below. Every hole is critical. So obviously, there we go. Thank you for watching. Oh, Lord, it's been another ripper of a video from Bitstain Hobbies here. Click the links below, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Adios, everybody.